50 years before had been 1,000 years before the end of the world. If the people outside don't realize what happened in here and lost all memory of this place, then I would say it's been at least 2-3 generations since the people that lived here left the place. Probably even more.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage.
Must be the derangement.
Instantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity.
Nope.
Whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. What if? Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
I suppose she had no better name to call us. She wouldn't know what name we were given outside, so she still called us Elizabeth Sobek.
More extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
Oh,
Not a
what?
person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
Aloy's pretty right there.
Heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
She's just learned that she was born for a purpose. She's yet to finish that purpose, although she started it without knowing that was the purpose. And that purpose is to save all life on Earth. And she's feeling bad for herself. Sure, she's got no mum, but she's found her true purpose.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Aletheia 9. Grid 1 access unsealed.
Oh. He's wanting me to exit the facility. Why can't I jump over there? That's where I wanted to go.
This is going to be interesting.
Did it seal itself when I... Stranded figure. I wish I could actually see these. This mysterious item is valuable only to the most curious merchants. A battered idol of an infant, smelling faintly of decay. 1, 2, 3. So I've been through the whole place. I would have thought the place would be bigger than that. So the people that grew up here really were locked out of so much. Because this door here was locked. And they couldn't get through it. They had access to this room, this hallway, this room, this room, and maybe this area, and that was it. All the while they could see all this through this glass, but could never access it. As Aloy said, they were trapped until that door opened for them.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive! The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish.
Uh-oh. It's not coming up as not responding, but it has frozen. Huh? It is showing as not responding in the task bar, but not in Task Manager. Uh-oh. I thought the sound stopped pretty sudden. Well, I guess I will try to reload it. I don't know if I'll need to reopen my mouse fix. And if I lose a lot of that, then it shouldn't take me back too far. I should be able to get there pretty quick. Okay. It really has not.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Elusive now. Grade 1 access unsealed.
This is going to be interesting.
That's not what I wanted. I went the wrong way. I wanted to go down the stairs to be able to get the figure thing in it again.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Elusive now. Grade 1 access unsealed.
Not that way. This way.
Going to be interesting.
Yep, I'm gonna have to redo that thing. I'll get through this first.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive! The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
Sorry, I didn't realize
What did
ads
she
were just
say?
starting.
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal
For
demon.
anyone that will be seeing them.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
Up!
All praise Aloy,
Lanza's saying that?
Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way, make way! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
I am surprised that Lansra is just taking our word for it. Broke the siege of All Mother.
Aloy.
Defeated the something.
We may never know what she saw in the mountain. I think we're ready.
Oh,
She went into All Mother Mountain.
does that mean I can actually go back in? No. No, I can't. Oh, there it is. I can. For some reason, I thought I would be locked out of here. I doubt I'd be able to go anywhere new. I didn't see any other doors that were locked, so...
The only sacred land. God is protecting
The
you.
anointed.
Someone would do such a thing? Even if she is the anointed? All Mother protect her.
I want to talk to Lansra. There.
Anointed. I misread the signs. Forgive.
I told you, Lansra, I'm not your anointed.
I'm sorry I didn't see you correctly.
You still don't. I don't think you can, Lansra.
Yep.
Forgive me.
Off your knees, Lansra. Start living on your feet with your eyes open.
The killers did their worst. By the will of the goddess, they could not break us.
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path
it is
ahead
pretty
will be
close.
dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you.
The Nora?
The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position.
Will she actually tell us about Rost now? Things that she refused to tell us before. Things that Rost wouldn't tell us when we asked.
Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish.
Yes.
But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Yes. Ads have just run. It's 23 minutes before the next ad, so tell me.
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years
Pretty
ago,
sure we'd already been
before
told
the
that one.
derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil?
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
Damn. Didn't even
What
know
was
he
her
had a
name?
daughter.
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Oh, damn. Did the Nora go after the Outlanders?
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
Oh.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
Ross's daughter?
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed.
Seems like it.
Rost was one of the braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them.
Oh?
Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
What?
Why?
Why?
Cruelty.
Yeah.
They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
What did Ross do?
Are you saying that Rost went after them?
That's
that
what I'm
He
thinking.
became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
Oh. I'm guessing a Death Seeker is someone specifically to get vengeance for something. What is a Death Seeker?
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Ross came back?
But Ross did return.
Yes. A full year later. And terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious. In agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Ross failed his mission?
So Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
I want to see that as a game. I want to see Ross' story as a game. That is so much deeper than I thought. It still doesn't explain why he chose to become an outcast. I'm having a feeling when Aloy came along, I forget what they call them, Teersa and the other 2, feared me. Well, Teersa not so much, because she still cared for us and stuff. The others feared what I was, what Aloy was, and outcast her as a baby when she was first found. And Rost volunteered to take care of her. And by volunteering, made himself an outcast. Voluntarily. But, yeah, Ross' story. So why was he made an outcast?
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him
Oh,
an
okay.
outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
Until you gave me him. Gave me to him.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you,
Matriarchs,
and would
that's
not
the one.
let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway.
Yep.
You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift
Yeah,
and never a burden.
I'm thinking the same.
All right, Tirza, that's quite a story.
Very much quite a story. I'm thinking the same. Ross never saw it. Ross kind of saw it as a second chance. He lost the daughter already. He saw it as another chance to bring someone else up. He had a second chance to have a family. And he didn't let that down. He brought Aloy up as if she was his daughter. Which kind of also makes sense that he didn't give us the same name as well. With the same name, it probably would have hurt him too much, and although it would be good memory, it would have been extremely hard for him.
It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
With the second game,
Those who spilled our tribe's blood will pay for their desecration.
we have heard all of Aloy's story.
The killers did their
I would like the next game. I know
break us.
there's the VR game. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it. I don't know too much about it. And I know it's not to do with Aloy or Rost or anything. It's got another female protagonist and all that.